$33,000. Last time, are you all done? I'm selling it at $33,000 for you, sir. Number 811.
So Marilyn Monroe's Holy Bible went for $33,000. It was the King James Version in red leather. Some of the items, such as books, or even in this case the Bible, what makes them interesting, I think, and perhaps you agree, is occasionally you'll find some writing that she has done in the margins, and maybe that gives you a little indication of what she might have been thinking at that particular time.
Oh yes, I think particularly with the scripts, where it's not just a little bit of writing, she's axed out lines and written better ones, you know. It's a visual biography, isn't it?
It certainly is. It certainly is.
You learn so much about the Marilyn that you thought you knew, but actually you didn't.
Now, I believe right now being auctioned off is another book. Let's take a look and see what's happening with this on the floor. This is the Union Prayer Book that she got. And incidentally, you see Marilyn Monroe Miller, which gives a little indication of the time period on this one.
Absolutely. Well, she converted to Judaism to marry Arthur Miller.
And she was serious about that. That wasn't just something, but she was very serious about that.
She was, and she did a lot of homework.
A lot of prep. Let's go down to the floor now and see how it's doing.
35,000. 25,000 on the left-hand telephone. At 25,000, are you all done? 26,000. 27,000. 28,000. 29,000. 30,000. 32,000. 34,000. 35,000. 36, sir? 36,000. 36,000. The bid here in front for the 37,000. 40,000. That's 40 now. 40,000. $40,000 is against you all on the left. The bid's here on my right at $40,000. For the last time, I'm selling it then at $40,000. For you, sir, 722.
$40,000 for the prayer book, and incidentally coming up in lot number 10 is an Eternity band that Joe DiMaggio gave to Marilyn Monroe after they were married. This is an incredible platinum band set with 35 cut diamonds. However, one diamond is missing, is it not?
Sadly, yes. But we're honest auctioneers, and we catalogue it as one diamond missing. There are 35 other ones, though, John.
It is beautiful. Now, of course, Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio were married for 9 months, but it has been said that Joe loved Marilyn until the very end. So let's see how this ring is doing on the floor right now.
With me at 80.
Bid in the gallery.
85,000 in the gallery, 90,000 with me, 95,000 with me, 100,000 here, 110, 120.
Bid in the gallery.
130 in the gallery, 140 with me.
Bid in the gallery.
150 in the gallery, 160 with me. 170 here, 180 with me. 190 on the telephone, Kate. 200 with me, 210, Kate. 210, 220 with me, against you, Kate, at 220. 230, Kate. 230,000 at the moment. 230,000. 240,000, Polly. 250. 260. Kate? Against 270. 280. 290. 300. I'll take 10, Kate. 310. 320. 330. 340. 350. 350,000. 360, there are lots of places still. 360,000 on the right. 370. 370,000. You going on, sir? 380,000. Kate, you going on? 380 against you. The bid's here on my right. 390, Polly. Sir, 400. 400,000. At $400,000. 420. Sir, 440. 440,000. At $440,000. 460. 480. $480,000 at the moment. 480,000. 500. 520. 540. 540. 560. 580. 600,000. $600,000. At $600,000. Going on at 620. 640.
Very exciting what is happening here. Once again, this is the Eternity Band given to Marilyn Monroe by her love, Joe DiMaggio. Currently at $640,000. It has 35 cut diamonds in it. $640,000 and still climbing. This is a very sentimental piece. Perhaps what might be driving, it's now up to $650,000 and climbing. And this might be what is driving the price, is the sentimental value behind it as well. Let's see what happens.
680,000. At $680,000. I'm set 700. 720, sir? Why stop now? At $700,000. You all done? For the last time then, at $700,000, it's yours, Polly.
Barbara.
Lot 11. Lot 11, the Korean War shoes, showing there on the screen. How much for these? I have 12,000 already offered. 12,000.
Tonight to have Marilyn's co-star in Some Like It Hot, Mr. Tony Curtis has joined us. Good evening, Mr. Curtis. It is an absolute
Good evening,
pleasure.
Maestro. It's a pleasure for me as
and
well.
an honor to have. Now, you knew Marilyn personally,
Yes, I did.
and you worked with her. What does this night mean to you?
It's unique, you know, in so many ways. Marilyn, for all of us, represented something, and we all lived in her lifetime. It's as if we lived in the lifetime of Helen of Troy, or Marie Antoinette, or Cleopatra. Isn't it thrilling, you know?
You knew her, so when you're looking through the catalog, if you're looking back at these items, are there any particular items that, whoa, struck a heartstring and, oh, I remember something, it struck a memory?
From Some Like It Hot, the script of it is there, and I think a number of photographs and some notes that she wrote into the script, you know. It's unique for me. She had a very difficult time, you know. It wasn't easy for her as an actress. She was constantly bombarded, and it wasn't easy for her, you know. But I always felt a camaraderie with her, you know, even with all the difficulties. There was a sweetness, a joy about living that I found in her. We met in 1950. I was about 22 or 23. She was 20, 21. you know, right at the beginning of both our careers, and it was different, you know.
One of the reasons that I feel privileged to be here tonight
Thank you.
is I'm able to meet people like you, and I'm able to see the items, and I can read between the lines and learn more about Marilyn than I knew before. Some people might want to give her a cartoon image, but when you see the items, you can really begin to see her courage and her beauty and her passion.
Absolutely. And the movies were not her career. Her personal life was her career. You knew more about her personally than you did about her film career. You know, she gave of herself. She was very vulnerable. And very few people really cared for her. You know, everybody was using her in those days. She had no friends near the end. There was no one there with her to help her when she was ill. So it's a tragic, yet so American in its genre, in the fabric of it, isn't it?
Emotionally, how does this feel
Absolutely.
to you?
For me?
Yes.
It's moving, you know. It's moving.
2,000.
I remember her as a... I remember her, you know, and to think that I'm here with you this evening, wherever we are, okay? Seen wherever. And Marilyn and me were buddies. You know, it's sweet for me. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to be alive.
You're in a
And
very
here-
unique position because you knew her so well. What was she
Absolutely.
like on the set?
It's very difficult. The little darling.
I don't believe
Very
it. I don't believe it
Yeah,
for
but
a
that's
second.
all right, yes. No, she had her difficulties in getting her work done. You know, and a movie, you're only as strong as the weakest link, right? So everybody has to organize your life for that moment, and Marilyn was like that. That is not a criticism, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It doesn't mean anything. You know, making movies is a unique and very complicated profession for anybody.
Mr. Curtis, if you'll just
Please,
hold right
hold me,
there.
Tony.
Tony, if you'll just hold right there for a second, let me check back in on the floor and see what's going on.
What is going on?
This is the Korean war dress that she had. The current bid on that right now is $58,000. This is what she used over in the Korean War to entertain the troops.
Well, how are we doing?
Very well.
Yeah?
Very
Are
well.
you talking now?
2,000.
Yes, we are. We're still talking.
Oh.
So
Korean War dress.
yes,
5,000.
and this is $60,000 it currently stands at.
Worth every penny.
68,000. 70,000. 72. 72,000. 75,000. 78,000. 80,000. 82,000. 85,000. 88,000. 90,000. 92. 92 from you, Barbara. 95, Nancy. $95,000. Going on. 95,000. 98,000. 1, yes? 100,000. 105? At $100,000 then. 100,000 at 100,000. I'm selling it then to Nancy at 100,000. It's against you, Barbara, for the last time at 100,000. It's yours, Nancy. I'll write. Now, lot 13.
Tony Curtis, I have to ask you,
Yes.
do you plan to be bidding on any of the items from the Some Like It Hot?
Not necessarily. No? Maybe my wife will. She's a big fan of Marilyn.
Is that right?
Yes. You know, it's unique for me to be able to look out and be here tonight and see that her goods, okay, are available. You know, that we can
Sort of
end up with it. It's a monumental experience. You know?
Sort of mixed, I would think.
It is, and you know, for us to be able to have tangible evidence of the reality of Marilyn is very important. just not available anywhere, you know.
I can't thank you enough for stopping in tonight.
Sure,
it has
it's
been a
been a
real
privilege.
pleasure.
Thanks
It's
a lot.
a real privilege just to be able to show your movies on American
Well,
Movie
I'm
Classics.
happy.
So thank you very much, Tony
much.
Curtis.
Adios, amigos.
This gentleman has a real future in this business. I tell you what. I tell you what. Coming up in just a little bit, we have more items from the auction. But right now, let's take a second to go back to our documentary, Marilyn Monroe, Beyond the Legend.
Mark Gordon, a classmate from the actor's lab, was at the same audition as Marilyn.
I went to read with her, and I realized that she was so nervous the script was shaking like a leaf. So I said, Marilyn, just grab my arm and hold on to it, and remember, with a microphone, you don't pay any attention to it. This is just a story about two young people sitting on the front porch deciding whether they're going to kiss each other. And she grabbed my arm and really sunk her fingernails into it. She was scared. And afterwards, in that wonderful, tremulous voice of hers, he said, "Oh, thank you so much. I don't know how I can ever thank you." And I said, "Well, let's go across the street and have a cup of coffee at Coffee Dan's." And she said that she had an opportunity to go out with Johnny Hyde on Tuesday night. And I said, "Listen, that's important. He's a big agent." I called Thursday morning. And evidently that night was the night that she decided to go up and live with Johnny Hyde.
She had a talent to make people sorry for herself, and she exploited it to the very best of her ability. That was pretty good. Even people who have been around and around and around in Hollywood still fell for this help me pose.
Her whole impulse was really one of wanting to protect her. And wanting, I felt no sense of manipulation from her, no sense of anything except sheer terror.
And I think it helped her a great deal to become a star, because everybody wanted to help her.
She respected intellect. I was busy going out with handsome young movie stars. She was attracted, maybe father figures, but certainly older men who were very smart.
Super agent Johnny Hyde prevailed on John Huston to audition Marilyn for a part in the 1950 Asphalt Jungle. It was her first major break.
Since I'm going to be busy with a lot of cases, I thought you might like to take a trip.
Where to?
Oh, I don't know, the coast, Florida, anywhere you like.
Could I, Uncle Lon? Anywhere? No fooling?
Yes, I think a change of scenery might be good for you.
Wait. You wait right here. I've got the most terrific idea.
Oh, Cuba, that's not a bad idea.
Imagine me on this beach here in my green bathing suit. Yikes. I almost bought a white one the other day, but it wasn't quite extreme enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I really went in for the extreme, I would have bought a French one. Run for your lives, girls. A fleet thing. Oh, Uncle Lon, am I excited? Yikes!
We were blonde Hollywood babies, but it wasn't sad when we began to get good roles. It was the most glorious and wonderful thing. We had fun, and all this stuff about being doomed and having a miserable life is totally untrue. It was exciting and wonderful, and she got a used black Cadillac and drove people around, and I had a new white Cadillac that Paramount got from me wholesale, $2,500 with everything on it. And we really had fun. At one point, we used to pick up our unemployment checks and go to the racetrack and bet $2. Bet about $6 all day long.
Encouraged by Johnny Hyde, Marilyn eagerly pursued publicity. She would be voted Miss Cheesecake of 1951.
I first met Marilyn on the set of All About Eve, where we were all at Margot's.
Fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy night.
I was very irritated at her, I must say, almost right away, because she kept us waiting almost an hour. And when she did arrive, she looked like this dear little sort of duckling of a girl, with blonde hair and pretty figure, and unawareness, really, of the demands that were made upon most of us all the time, to be on time, to know our lines, to be ready when we were called. So, but she seemed to be blithely unaware of this. And then she proceeded to, remember the line about somebody saying she called the waiter at the party, and I believe George Sanders said,
That isn't a waiter, my dear, that's a butler.
Well, I can't yell, "Oh, Butler," can I? Maybe somebody's name is Butler.
it was interesting because she did it right. But I wondered whether she was playing herself or whether she knew how funny she was.
You have a point. An idiotic one, but a point.
I don't want to make trouble. All I want is a drink.
Leave it to me. I'll get you one.
Thank you, Mr. Fabian.
Well done. I can see your career rising in the east like the sun.
About the third day, Mr. Ratto said, "That girl is going to be a big star." I said, "Why?" "Because she keeps everyone waiting." And he said, "No, she has a quality."
Claudia, come here. You see that man?
Well, I saw this soft, little vulnerable quality.
Why do they always look like unhappy rabbits?
Because that's what they are. Go and make him happy.
But I didn't know how much will was behind it. I didn't know how much drive.
Signing her second contract with 20th Century Fox, Marilyn was given a succession of dumb blonde roles. To each, she added something unique.
Think of all the millions of people all over the world who loved and admired and worshipped her, really. And yet, how many people do you really think she felt really loved her? Johnny Hyde was one of them. He was a feisty little agent, William Morris, I think. The big company, William Morris. And he was always, at least at Fox, he seemed to be very, very close at hand a good deal of the time. But I think she felt he did care for her. And I think that was very helpful to her at that time. I understand that Johnny Hyde had left his wife and family, wanted to marry her. But you see, if she'd really been the kind of gold-digging, gonna-get-it star of that sort, she probably would have. But she didn't.
Johnny Hyde made all the difference for Marilyn. With his guidance, the name Marilyn Monroe began to be recognized. But he would not live to see her first real success. From now on, she'd have to go it alone. In the 19th...
Going to let you folks know that at the end of this program, we will let you know which items went for how much money, and that is at the end of the program, so make sure you stay tuned for that. You'll get all the information. Right now, the cocktail dress is being auctioned off on the floor. Let's go there live now.
38 here, Barbara. 38, Barbara. Going on. 40,000. 42,000. 42,000 with you, Barbara, at the moment. 42,000. 1920 again. Lot 20.
Well, $29,000 for the shoes that were worn by Marilyn at the Royal Film Performance on October 29th, 1956, to the premiere British film, The Battle of River Plate. And now I want to say that $29,000 sounds like a lot, but of course you do get both of them.
True. No, we don't sell single shoes.
Right.
We really don't.
Well, in that case, it could very well be a bargain.
A right one and a left one.
A right one and a left one.
And a left one.
So they are functional.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go back down to the floor and see what's being sold now.
600, 700, 800, 900,
Sit in the
1,000, 1,100, lots of places, 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, mass of places.
Sit in the gallery.
1,800 in the gallery, 1,900 here.
Sit in the gallery.
2,000 here, 2,200 in the gallery, 2,400 at the back.
Sit in the gallery.
2,500 in the gallery, 2,800 here, 3,000 here, 3,500 at the back, 4,000 here, 4,500, 5,000, 5,000.
Bid in the gallery.
5,500 in the gallery. 6,000 here. 6,000 here in front.
Bid in the gallery.
6,500 at the back. 7,000 here. 7,500.
Bid in the gallery.
7,500 in the gallery. 8,000 here.
Bid in the gallery.
8,500 in the gallery. 9,000 here.
Bid in the gallery.
9,500 in the
The
gallery.
incredible
10,000
palm
here.
tree-shaped floor lamp. Now, this is from 1937,
11,000
and in her
12,000
home,
here.
it stood right by her baby grand piano. This is something that I think a lot of people covet.
12,000 it is against you in the gallery. The bid's here at 12,000. At 12, 13,000 new bidder, 14,000, 15,000, 16,000. 16,000 here on my right. It's against you, madam. At 16,000. Here's the bid on my 17,000, 18,000. 18,000, gentlemen on my right at 18,000. At $18,000, at $18,000, 19,000. No, 19,000 is the lady's bid then. At 19,000, you all done, and all done in the gallery at $19,000. Wait a second, and it's yours. 19,000 for the lady in front of me. 795. Thank you so much. Now, lot 21. Lot 21, the baby grand piano showing there on the screen. And I have a lot of interest in this. I shall start this at 40,000 for this, 40,000, 45, 55, 60, 65,000, 70,000, 75,000.
Certainly one of the highlights of the
80,000,
auction,
85,000,
Marilyn Monroe's baby grand piano. Now, it is a white lacquer piano, early 20th century. The interesting thing about it is of an unknown American manufacturer because Marilyn painted it white, covering the manufacturer's name. Now, also, the piano was originally belonged to her mother, Marilyn Monroe's mother, Gladys, and after the star's mother was institutionalized, the piano was sold. Marilyn spent a lot of time and a lot of energy searching the country, finally found it, and bought it back. It was her sentimental attachment to this instrument, as that is very well documented in her 1974 book, My Story.
Keep going on the left, 135,000. Kate, it's your bid at 140,000. Going on, Kate. $140,000. 150? Sorry, 145, I apologize. 150? 150? Going on? 150 here, 160, 170, 180, 180.
Folks, remember, this piano was the one thing that reminded Marilyn of one of the few times in her life that she was ever truly happy.
At 180,000, here's the bid. 190,000, Kate. 200,000, still a new bidder here. 200,000 going on, sir. 210. No? 210,000 in the aisle. Against you, Kate. At $210,000. 220. 230. 240. 250. 250. 250,000. There's the bid, 250,000. 260,000. 270,000. 280,000. 290,000. 290,000. 300,000. 320,000. 340,000, 360,000, 360 then. At 360,000, 380,000, 400,000, at 400,000 now. At $400,000, 400,000. At 420,000, 440,000. At $440,000, the bid is on my right. It's against you on the telephone. I'm selling it then at 440,000, 460,000, 480,000, $480,000 now. At 480,000, at 480,000, 500,000, 520, sir, 520,000, at $520,000. At 520,000. At $520,000. Are you all done? For the last time, I'm selling it 540. 550. 550. I'll take 560. 550,000. At $550,000. 560,000. 570,000. 570. At 570,000. At 570,000. 580,000. 590,000. 590,000. At 600,000. No, let it go. At $590,000, where? Well, it's yours at 6. I'm sorry, 600,000. Going on, sir? At 600,000, then, at $600,000, you all down for the last time at 600,000. Okay, well done. $600,000. Sorry, somebody looked at the monitor.
Fascinating. Now, you see the piano just sold for $600,000, but there's also a photograph on top of that piano, and it is a beautiful photograph, albeit a very emotional one. And Meredith, tell us about the picture that's on top of that.
But it was taken by Cecil Beaton of Marilyn when she was over in London starring in The Prince and the Showgirl with Laurence Olivier, a film, incidentally, of which she was the producer. And Cecil fell deeply in love with Marilyn and wrote a kind of letter, which is in the other two panels of this triptych, saying how fabulous she was.
It is in a very an emotional letter. Let's go down to the floor now and see how this item is selling.
30,000 in the gallery, 30,000 here.
Bid in the gallery.
32,000 in the gallery, 32,000 in the gallery, 32,000, 35,000, 40,000, thank you.
Bid in the gallery.
45,000, 50,000.
Bid in the gallery.
55,000 in the gallery. 55 in the gallery. At 55,000, it's against you in the box. At 55,000, the bid's in the gallery at 55,000 at the moment. At 55,000, 60,000 here. 65,000, 70,000. 70,000 in the front row. 75,000, 80,000. 85,000, 90,000.
Okay, stand by, everybody.
90,000 in the front row
Some
at the
quotes
moment.
from the letter.
90,000.
Here it is. Miss Marilyn Monroe calls to mind the bouquet of a fireworks display, eliciting from her awed spectators an open-mouthed chorus of oohs and ahs. Also, if this star is an abandoned spirit, she touchingly looks to her audience for approval. She is strikingly like an overexcited child asked downstairs after tea. The initial shyness over, excitement has now gotten the better of her. She romps, she squeals with delight, she leaps onto the sofa, she pulls a flower stem into her mouth, and as if it were puffing on it, as if it were a cigarette, is an artless, impromptu, high-spirited, infectiously gay performance, but it may end in tears.
340, 130,000. Excuse me while I take a gulp of water. There is no lot 23, but lot 3, but lot 24 is the splendid white ermine coat showing there on the screen How much for this? 5,000 for it, 5, 6,000 with me, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 15,000.
Bid in the gallery.
16,000 in the gallery.
Note that was worn for the premiere of Middle of the Night to see Arthur Miller's sister, Joan, on November 18, 1957.
24,000 in the gallery, 26,000, lost space, 28,000, 30,000. At 30,000, 35,000. 30,000 here, at 30,000. At 30,000, it's 35,000 in lots of places, 40,000, 45,000, 45,000 here. 48,000, 50,000, 50,000.
Now, the proceeds of this particular item are going to the Wildlife Foundation, which help with all kinds of wildlife issues. So this one, the money is going to charity.
Still in lots of places, but I can't see which one. 55,000, 60, sir? Either of you, it's 55,000 right at the back. The gentleman sitting by the pillar at 55,000. Against you both. You've all done then. It's your bid, sir, at the moment at 55, 60. Going on, sir? The bid's here at 60. At $60,000, the bid is here at 60,000. Are you all done? It's 772's bid, 65,000. 68. 68,000. 68,000. That's $68,000. At 68 for the last time. I'm selling then at 68,000. 70,000. 72. At 70,000 on the telephone. At 70,000 for the last time. At $70,000. All done. Yours on the telephone. I couldn't hear the number. What was the number again? Sorry. 2203.
Once again, that was going to the Wildlife Foundation to deal with wildlife issues. Now, the next item that we're going to see is a very interesting item, and Meredith Smith, a woman who has researched all these items, tell us about this harem, basically, outfit.
Well, Marilyn did a rather wonderful photo essay with Richard Avedon in Life magazine, where she was got up as various film stars. Marilyn Russell, the Flora Dora girl, and Theda Bara, the sort of vamp of the 20s, in a kind of Arab costume, and we've got the Arab costume.
Interesting, she actually dressed up in this in hopes of, I believe, being cast in Cleopatra at the time.
Yeah, it didn't work though, poor lamb, did it?
Well, let's see what it's selling for tonight.
20,000. 21,000. 22,000. 22,000. 23,000. 24,000. 25,000. 26,000. 26,000 in the front row at 26,000. 27,000. 27,000 at $27,000. 28,000. At 28,000 in the front row at 28,000. You all down last time at 29,000. 30,000. At 30,000 in the front row at $30,000. At 32,000. 34,000. 34,000 in front at $34,000. Yes. 36,000. Going on, sir. 38,000. 38,000. In the front row at 38,000. At 38, 40,000. 40,000. In the center then at 40. At $40,000, there's the bid in the middle of the room at $40,000. You all done now. Last time at $40,000, and it's yours, sir, 118. 118, lot 26, the screenplay for Some Like It Hot. Owen, copy. How much for this? 4, 5,000, 6,000, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Sit in the gallery.
12, 14 in the gallery, 16 here,
Sit
18 in the gallery, 20
Now, this
here.
is the screenplay, Marilyn Monroe's own screenplay for Some Like It Hot. And Meredith, very interesting on this item here, a lot of notes that really give us clues as to Marilyn's state of mind.
Well, it's not so much her state of mind, but her attitude towards her craft, the craft of acting. You know, she was well served with this script, so there aren't too many acting of lines out and putting better ones in, but some of the scripts she had to do were really dumb, and she wrote much better lines. I mean, she was a funny gal.
Oh, she did very well in this movie. She did a very nice job in this. Current bid on this is $32,000. Let's see what happens.
38 here, Nick. It's Nick's bid at the moment. It's 38,000. At 38,000. The bid's here at 38,000. You all done?
Bid in the gallery.
40,000 in the gallery. 42,000 here.
Bid in the gallery.
45,000 in the gallery. $45,000 in the gallery. At $45,000 in the gallery, all done then at $45,000 for the last time at $45,000. In the gallery at $45,000.
Thank you. 713.
732. 630. 713. Contact sheets for Some Like It Hot.
Now, this is lot number 27, the Some Like It Hot from 1960 contact sheets. Now, tell us about these, Meredith.
Well, you know, you always had studio still photographers lurking about on set, and these were taken during filming of the beach scenes in Some Like It Hot, when they're all kicking up a lot of dust in what was meant to look like Florida, in fact, Santa Monica. And they're really fabulous. There are some fabulous shots that I've never seen before.
Over 45 images here, and many of them photos of the actors relaxing between takes. That's what makes it so interesting. Let's see how that's doing.
22,000 in the gallery at 22,000. At 22,000 in the 23,000 here. 24,000 here. 25,000 here. 26,000 here. 27,000 here. Against you, Nick. 28,000. 29,000. 30,000 in the skybox. Jeffrey's your bid at 30,000. At 30,000. Nick? 31,000. Jeffrey? 31,000. The bid's here at 31,000. At 31,000, it's Nick's bid. At 31,000, I'm selling it then at 32,000. Oh, that's a complicated one. It's directly 33,000, Nick. 34,000. 35,000. 36,000. 37,000. 38,000. 39,000.
Meredith, when it comes to bidding can be done with the pinch of an ear or the tweak of a nose. It's something as simple as that.
And it's a nightmare, people who say, I'm only bidding if I'm holding my catalogue. Then they forget.
44?
It's a complete nightmare for Paul.
4,000.
And it's up to him to decipher whether or not it's a bid. Is that correct?
It is, you know, and he's looking around 1,400 people in a room. That's why the room's always so well lit. You know, you may think it'd be fun having an auction by candlelight.
You all done in the room?
You need the information about who's bidding.
You do, and you have what's in as spotters around the room, rather like, you know, in the Second World War, spotting enemy aircraft. Well, they're down there spotting people kind of like getting ready to put their pad up. Bidding in the gallery means, you know, spotting up there for the auctioneer.
In another room. Fascinating.
50,000. All done in a room? At $50,000. At 50,000. Are you all done? At $50,000. It's yours, Nick. Number 2298, 2298, lot 28. The nomination for the Golden
I want to
Globe
mention
Award.
that we are concurrently showing our documentary, Marilyn Monroe, Beyond the Legend, and we will be getting back to that a little bit later on. A lot of great information about Marilyn Monroe that you don't want to miss. But we're staying with the auction for right now. Lot number 28 is her nomination for the Golden Globe. This is a very interesting item, and it begins to show that Marilyn was being taken seriously as an actress.
Well, she was. I mean, for outstanding achievement. I mean, I think it's really sad she didn't win an Oscar. It's been very nice to have an Oscar down there on the floor this evening. But the Golden Globe, in a way, was another kind of great award, recognition by her peers, you know, that she wasn't just a dumb blonde with a fabulous wiggle that could stop a policeman on sight. She was an actress.
Absolutely. Studied with Lee Strasberg, as a matter of fact. Let's see how it's doing.
Against you all in this room at 22,000, at $22,000, at 22,000, 24,000 Pedro.
Bid in the gallery.
26,000 in the gallery. 28,000 here.
Bid in the gallery.
30,000 in the gallery. 30,000, the bids in the gallery at the moment at 30,000. At $30,000. At 30,000, you all done? At $30,000 for the last time. The bid is in the gallery at $30,000. All done? In the gallery at 30.
Thank you. 819.
819, thank you. Lot 22. This is the Golden Globe Award itself, and that is...
Now, you've heard a lot, especially just then the word gallery.
Screen.
Now, what that refers to is another room, basically an overflow room of another 400 bidders. So when you hear from the gallery, that's the room that they're referring to. Lot number 29 is the Golden Globe Award. Now, this is to Marilyn Monroe in Some Like It Hot, Best Actress in Company in 1959. And this came from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, dated March 8, 1960. This is timeless. It's not an Oscar, but it is the award, Meredith.
It is the award. It shows, as I said, that she was being taken seriously as an actress. She wasn't a dumb blonde. She was a smart blonde.
And if you can read the scripts and the scribbling that she's written in the margins, you see that she really did put an effort to this. The current bid on this is $70,000. Let's see how it does.
85,000. At 85,000, it's your bid, Polly, at the moment at 85,000. At 85,000, it's Polly's bid. At 85,000. At $85,000. At 90,000. 95,000. 100,000. 100,000. $100,000. 100,000. 105,000. No more. 110. 110. 110,000. At 110,000, I'm selling it then at 100, 115. At 115,000. 120. 125. At $125,000. At $125,000, you all done. Last time, the bid's on the telephone at $125,000. Yours, Polly, 125.
Now, joining me tonight is a gentleman who is actually in charge of putting together the Marilyn Monroe display that goes around the world and helps people get a better feeling for what was going to happen tonight. He is the creative director and designer of Barney's famous window displays here in New York City. Now, this exhibition, as I mentioned, has gone all over the world, including Buenos Aires, Los Angeles. His name is Simon Doonan. Simon, nice to see you, sir. Thank you for stopping in.
Thank you.
It's an exciting night, is it not?
It's an exciting night, and for me, this has been an incredibly exciting project. I well remember the first time I came and met with Meredith and Nancy Valentino and was shown this amazing Tutankhamun's tomb of stuff. And then I had to figure out how best to display it.
How do you do that? How do you figure that out?
Well, for various memorabilia sales, for example, Princess Diana, they used mannequins, and I decided that it probably wasn't such a good idea to use mannequins because everybody is so familiar with Marilyn the body, and I felt it would detract from the material. And I was walking through the Egyptian wing of the Metropolitan Museum and looking at the shrouds and mummies, and everything was laid out flat. And I thought, you know, this material here is of such significance that it has to be handled like ancient relics. If you take, you know, some of Marilyn's party frocks and you put them on a mannequin, suddenly you're taking away from them in some way. Let people's imagination do the work.
Simon, let me stop for just a second. Let's go down to the floor and see what's happening. This is the script from Let's Make Love, and the current bid is $19,000.
21,000, 22,000, 23,000, 24,000, 25,000, 26,000, 27,000, 27,000 on the telephone, 27,000 on the telephone, 28,000, 29,000, 29,000, 30,000, 32,000, Laura, 34,000, 36,000, 38,000, 40,000, 42,000, 45,000, 48,000, 48,000 is Laura's bid at 48,000. At 48,000, are you all done for the last time? At $48,000, all done. Yours, Laura. 2228. Not 32.
Now, so far I should mention that if I've done my math right, we are over the $2 million mark, and I'm continuing talking to Simon Noonan. And Simon, when it came to Marilyn Monroe, you have an intimate knowledge of her belongings now that you've worked with the exhibit that has gone around the world. She was small. Her waist was small, yes?
Yes, I think many people think that Marilyn was this sort of large, fleshy character. And she was actually very, very petite and very finely boned. And some of the dresses, when we tried to fit them on mannequins to photograph the catalog, it was actually very hard to fit them on a 6 or even a 4. The green sequin dress that she wore to the Golden Globes, I'm sure that's a 2 or a 4. So she was very finely boned, and later on when she became a bit of more like a 10 or a 12, even then it was, we're talking about a finely boned person who was a bit fleshy, you know.
Do you feel that working on this project, you got to know her a little bit better?
Definitely. There's something incredibly poignant about her accumulation of stuff. And I think the most interesting thing is that here is somebody who's essentially non-materialistic. She didn't care about stuff. She wanted recognition and she wanted attainment, and she didn't buy anything, really. The stuff that she has is a miscellaneous accumulation of work-related stuff, little gifts, tchotchkes that people gave to her, and stuff she borrowed. No real jewelry, just paste stuff that was worn for effect. And I think she was an interesting person who wanted recognition and was very conscious of her background and wanted to transcend that by making herself into this character.
Simon, thank you so much for stopping in tonight. It was a real pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having me.
And your project was well received all around the world. You did very nicely on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, back down to the floor that we go, because the fancy rhinestone brooch, the current bid, $5,800 up to $6,000. Let's see how it does.
7,000 now, in front against to the back at 7,000. At 7,000. 7,500. Same row. 8,000. 8,500. 8,500. At $8,500. At 8,500, the bid is on my right in that row. Going on, sir? 9,000. 9,500. 10,000. 10,000. On the aisle then, at 10,000. $10,000. You all done at $10,000 for the last time. At 11,000. New bidder. 11,000. Right at the back there. $11,000. At $11,000. You all done at $11,000. All done. It's your bid. Your bid at 11,000. 422. $11,000. Lot 34, another simulated diamond brooch, and I have 2,000 already off of this one. 2,000, 2,500, 3,500, 4,500, 5,000, 5,500, 5,500 going on, 6,500, 7,500, 7,500, 8,500, 8,500, $8,500. Here's a bid at 8,500. At $8,500, you all done for the last time. At 9,000, 2 new bidders. 9,500 there. 9,000 here. 9,500. 9,500. 10,000. Going on. At 10,000. 11,000. 11,000 right at the back at 11,000. At $11,000, you all done at $11,000. The bid's right at the back of the room at $11,000. All done last time at 11,000. 222. There's A with the voice in one. Lot 35.
Bob
The
Sager
evening
is
show.
my next guest. Now, he is the owner of Gotta Have It Collectibles here in New York City, and they specialize in rock and roll and, I believe, Hollywood collectibles. Bob, nice to see you tonight. Thanks for stopping in.
Nice to see you.
Did I get that right? Rock and roll as well as Hollywood?
Sports, Hollywood, anything at the highest end of collectibles.
Now, you purchased something tonight. What was it?
We bought the Union Prayer Book.
Of the things that you saw, why that one? How did that happen?
Well, we've been bidding. We were the underbidder on the ermine fur coat. And, you know, we're trying to buy things correctly that have potential value of increasing. Some of the prices are going very aggressively.
Well, what's going through your mind as you're bidding? Is your heart racing? Are you thinking, second thoughts?
No. I mean, we're very excited for the auction house. And
now, this is the item that you bought?
Yes, it is. Yes,
okay.
it is. The Marilyn Monroe Miller Union Prayer Book.
And are you happy with that one then? Are you glad you got that when it
Yes.
happened? Or were you like, yes, I got it?
Yeah, sure. But we're gonna continue to bid. We're bidding aggressively, and we believe in all of this ephemera at the high end, fully authenticated part of the market. We believe in this for growth as we go into the 21st century. This is popular art.
So with that in mind, what do you do with it?
Well, these are items that you can display in your home, and these are personal pieces of popular art, and they hold and they grow in value, and they're one of a kind.
All right,
so.
Bob, thanks for stopping in. Go buy something else and come back up here and let us know what you got.
You got it. I'll be right back.
All right, thank you, sir. There you go. Somebody who has bought something here tonight. A lot of excitement. Right now, we are on lot number $7,000. Let's go back down to the floor and see what's happening.
12,000, thank you. 13,000, 14,000, 15,000, 16,000, 17,000, 17,000, 17,000. Right at the back of 17,000, 18,000, 19,000, 20,000, 21,000, 22,000, 23,000, 23,000 right at the back, 23,000, 24,000, 25,000, 26,000, 27,000, 28,000, 29,000, 30,000, 30,000. At $30,000, the bid's on 32,000. 32,000 right at the back. 32,000 at $32,000 right at the back of the room at 32,000 at 34,000. 36. At $34,000 is on my left. At $36,000.
Now, those are $36,000. Those were worn to the premiere party for Some Like It Hot back in 1959 and decorated with 3 lines of drop-cut rhinestones. Very interesting. Right now, $36,000, and those are from 1959 for the premiere party of Some Like It Hot.
At 34,000. For the last time, at 34,000. There we are. Number 1608. Lot 37, the white stone.
Now, we are back, of course, a lot of action going on down the floor, and Meredith Smith has stopped by. How do you think it's going tonight, everything that's going on down the floor?
One hesitates to tempt the gods, but it's looking pretty good from where I'm sitting. A lot of action, the hands raised, people going crazy on the phone. Just what we want to see in an auction room, everyone having fun and buying things.
And it certainly seems to me that everyone that's buying the items cherishes them. People love Marilyn Monroe.
I think that people have an enormous amount of respect for her. I remember during the exhibition, I was just taking out a book to show somebody with a pair of white gloves, because we do, and someone said, you are going to keep those gloves on? I said, yeah, sure, you know. And then they said, can I touch the book? And I said, I'm told they can't. And they said, could I touch you while you're touching the book?
People want to get next to the Marilyn Monroe mystique, that's for sure.
They do, and it's very curious, actually.
Well, right now we have the white fur stole. The current bid on this is $16,000.
18,000 here. 19,000 at the back. 20,000 here. 22,000 at the back. 24,000 here. 24,000 here. At 24,000 against you in front and against you at the back. The bid's on my left. 24,000. At $24,000, 26,000. Lots of places. 28,000. 30,000. 32. 30,000. And the bid's here at 30. At $30,000. At $30,000. You all done? I'm selling it then to the gentleman on the right at 30,000. Can't see you. 32,000. Lost you now. 34,000. No, 34,000 there. At 34,000. Going on, sir? 34,000 on the telephone. At 34,000. If it's on the telephone for the last time, at $34,000, 36,000. Going on, 38? 36,000 then. Bids here at 36. The extreme left-hand telephone at 36,000 for the last time at $36,000. You all done at 36. It's yours. 1878.
$36,000. Want to remind you folks that all of the proceeds of Marilyn's furs tonight will go to the World Wildlife Fund, and they will use the proceeds from this sale to combat illegal wildlife trade and raise awareness of endangered species, and those are for all the fur sales tonight. Let's go to lot number 38. It is a full-length evening sheet, and Meredith, what do you think of this one?
You've got me there, because I can't remember which one it is, actually.
Well, I'll refresh you.
Is it the green one?
It was worn to the premiere of Some Like It Hot.
This is the one with all the icicles hanging off it. This is fabulous. It really is. She was on the arm of Yves Montand, her co-star, in more senses of the word than one. And I think it's a wonderful dress.
This if I'm not mistaken, this is the one that she wore with the fur coat that we just saw, that just got auctioned off, and that would have been lot number 37.
It's a real premiere dress. Silvery, sparkly, and a lot of swing.
All right, let's see how it's doing.
75,000. 75,000. 75,000. 80,000. 85,000. At 85,000. At 85,000. At $85,000. At 90,000. 95,000. 95,000. Bids on my left at $95,000. At $95,000. Are you all done? At $95,000. Are you all done at 95? 95,000 last time at $95,000. For you, sir. Well done. 755. 755. That's it. Lot
Well, there you
39.
go, $95,000 for that particular item, and we knew that this was going to be exciting tonight. We knew that there would be passionate bidding, and this is kind of what we expected, but some of the...
I think it's better than we expected. The enthusiasm out there is fabulous.
It certainly is.
And, you know, we built it as the last great celebrity sale of the millennium. You know, well, no one's going to challenge you on that, are they? But I actually think we're not going to be held up under the kind of misdescriptions that, quite frankly.
The one being auctioned off right now, lot number 39, is the Let's Make Love cocktail dress. This was a black silk jersey cocktail dress worn in the 1960 film, and the paper wardrobe tag inscribed Enola.
131's bid at the moment at 28,000. At $28,000, 30,000, 32,000, 34,000, 34,000 here, 36,000, 38,000, 38,000 now, 38,000 on my left at $38,000, at 38,000. At $38,000 you ought 40,000, 42,000, no, 42,000 then on my left at $42,000. At $42,000 you all done last time at $42,000. Well done. 1320, lot 40, the grey silk dress again for Let's Make Love. Showing there on the screen, lovely thing, how much for it?
Now, once again, that is a black silk jersey cocktail dress worn in the 1960 film. The paper wardrobe tag inscribed only Enola. That is the Let's Make Love dress, and that the hammer price, as you see, $42,000. So we're having fun tonight, and I sense that the bidders are too. And once again, there's about 1,500 people here tonight, 1,000 on the floor, 400 in another room, and then another 100 bidding on telephones.
Well, it's fast and furious. It really is, and I think the prices go to prove it. And they also go to prove that people really, you know, still love Marilyn.
Now, we should mention, of course, that we have been showing you a documentary, Marilyn Monroe, Beyond the Legend, and we will get back to that documentary because there's a lot of incredible information and insight that you will only see in that documentary. We'll get to that a little bit later, but in the meantime, it's back down to the auction floor where we are on lot number 40. It is the gray dress from Let's Make Love.
37,000. The bid is on my right, it's 37,000. At 38,000, 39,000. Yes, 40,000, 42,000, 44, 44,000, 46,000, 46,000 on the right at 46,000. At $46,000, at $46,000. You all done? At $46,000 for the last time. At 46,000. All done? For you, sir. 46,131. Lot 41. This is the scarlet dress showing on my right, on stage here. How much for this? 20? 20,000 already offered. 22,000, 24,000, 26,000, 28,000, 30,000, 35,000, 35,000 here.
Sit in the gallery.
40,000 in the gallery. 40,000 in the gallery. At 40,000 at the moment, at 40,000, 45,000, 45,000, 50,000, 50,000, the bid's here at 50, 55,000, 60,000, 65,000, 70,000, 75,000, 75,000, 80,000, 85,000, 90,000. 95,000. 95,000. $95,000 at $95,000. At $95,000. Your bid at 100,000 in several places, 105,000. 110 on the telephone, it's 105,000 here. 110. 110 on the telephone. At $110,000. At $110,000 on the right-hand telephone at 110,000. $110,000. 120,000. $125,000. $125,000. At $125,000, 125. At 125,000, you all done? At $125,000. Last time, 130. Going on? 130. In the room at 130 then. 135. 135,000. 135,000. Any more at the back? At 140,000 in the front row. 145,000. At 145. At 145,000. There it is. At $145,000. No more. 150,000. At 150,000. At $150,000. Wonderful thing. At $150,000. For the last time then, it's against you on the telephone. 160,000. Going on? Sorry, 155. You want to say 160, sir? Yeah? No, it was his at 150. $150 there. You can go 155 if you want. No, 150 is your bid, sir. At 150,000, it's 131's bid at 150,000. Last time then, are you all done? It's yours, sir. Well done.
$150,000, as he mentioned, well done. The scarlet silk halter dress featuring skirts of matching layered scarlet chiffon went for $150,000. Meredith Smith and Meredith, these items are more than just fun to look at. It is fun to watch people who are passionate about Marilyn Monroe and interested in these items.
Yes, and I think the thing is, the more she's photographed in an item, the more money, basically, it fetches. And she was photographed in that scarlet chiffon dress in a very, very famous suite of photographs against black velvet. And, you know, they're in everyone's consciousness, so they put their hands up.
Let's talk about the next item, the Misfits boots. As a matter of fact, this is lot number 42 from 1961. This was her last completed film by Arthur Miller, and she wore this pair of square-toed tan leather cowgirl boots in the film, and they are stamped with the maker's mark higher. They're incredible boots, and they say a lot about that movie.
Yeah, they also say a lot about how hard Marilyn worked in that movie, because, my God, they got somewhere. She was stomping around there.
Lot 42, the cowgirl boots from the Misfits, the current bid, almost $40,000.
48,000, 50,000, 55,000, 60,000, 65,000, 65,000, 70,000, 70,000 at the moment at $70,000, at 70,000, at $70,000, at $70,000 bids on my left at 70,000, at 70,000, at $70,000, at $70,000. You all done? on my left at $70,000 for the last time at 75,000. At $75,000 now in the front row at $75,000. You all done? At 75,000. Somebody said oops. Who said oops? 75,000 on the right. At $75,000. The bid is on my right at 75,000. You sure you're all down on the left? At 75,000 then. For you, sir. 350. Any score yet?
Stand by.
Any score
Just want to remind you folks that this is exclusive live coverage of tonight's auction of the personal property of Marilyn Monroe. You won't see this live coverage anywhere else. And staying with the Misfits, we're going on to lot number 43. Now this is the Misfits. It's Marilyn's copy of the script for the Misfits by Arthur Miller, and it's a revision of March 1961. And in it you see such personal comments such as, quote, "I'm like a child. I'm tired." Many of the lines are crossed out. She'd rewrite her own lines. Here it is. Let's see how it does.
21,000. At 21,000. The bid's on the telephone. 22,000. 23,000. 23,000. 24,000. 25,000. $25,000 on the right. 25,000. The bid's on the right at 25,000. Kim, it's your bid at 25,000. 26,000. 27,000. 27,000, Kim. 27,000. At 27,000. Are you all done? $27,000, Kim, it's your bid for the last time at $27,000. Are you all done? For you, Kim. 27,000. How much? 1906. Lot 44, the prompt book for the Misfits. How much for this? 4,000 points. 4,500, 5,500, 6,000, 6,500.
Continuing on now with the Misfits, we have a prompt book for the Misfits from 1961. And for those of us who don't know, Meredith, what is a prompt book as opposed to a script?
The script has everybody's lines in it. A prompt book has your own lines and then a word or two before. So they're the ones you tend to kind of like hang on to on set. Leave on your chair marked M&M, Marilyn Monroe. And they're the easy, kind of the easy peasy way of doing it.
Very interesting side notes on this. There's some...
At $75,000 now in the front row. At $75,000. You all done? At 75,000. Somebody said oops. Who said oops? 75,000 on the right. At $75,000. The bid is on my right at 75,000. You sure you're all down on the left? At 75,000 then. For you, sir. 350. Any score yet?
Stand by.
Any score
Just
yet?
want to remind you folks that this is exclusive live coverage of tonight's auction of the personal property of Marilyn Monroe. You won't see this live coverage anywhere else. And staying with the Misfits, we're going on to lot number 43. Now this is the Misfits. It's Marilyn's copy of the script for the Misfits by Arthur Miller, and it's a revision of March 1961. And in it you see such personal comments such as, quote, "I'm like a child. I'm tired." Many of the lines are crossed out. She'd rewrite her own lines. Here it is. Let's see how it does.
21,000. At 21,000. The bid's on the telephone. 22,000. 23,000. 23,000. 24,000. 25,000. 25,000 on the right. 25,000. The bid's on the right at 25,000. Kim, it's your bid at 25,000, 26,000, 27,000, 27,000, Kim, 27,000 at 27,000. Are you all done? $27,000, Kim, it's your bid for the last time at $27,000. Are you all done? For you, Kim, 27,000. How much? 1906. Lot 44, the prompt book for the Misfits. How much for this? 4,000 points. 4,500, 5,500, 6,000, 6,500.
Continuing on now with the Misfits, we have a prompt book for the Misfits from 1961. And for those of us who don't know, Meredith, what is a prompt book as opposed to a script?
The script has everybody's lines in it. A prompt book has your own lines and then a word or two before. So they're the ones you tend to kind of like hang on to on set. Leave on your chair marked M&M, Marilyn Monroe. And they're the easy, kind of the easy peasy way of doing it.
Very interesting side notes on this. There's some quotes that she has written down, things like, keep looking at it. Make believe he's scrubbed up in a tuxedo. Act gently, like a child, and whisper, then let go.
20,000, 21,000, 22,000, 22,000 on the right, 22,000, 23,000, 23,000 here, 23,000 now, 24,000.
Stand by.
At 24,000 on the telephone. Your bid, Kim, 25,000.
Okay. Okay.
24,000 in front of me.
I copy that.
35, I thought it was.
The interesting thing about this item is that this is where we learn a lot about Marilyn Monroe. It may be not quite as glamorous as some of the jewelry, but you get an insight as to what she was thinking at the time. Currently, the prompt book for the Misfits, current bid, $25,000.
45. This is the sleeveless cocktail dress showing there on the screen again for the Misfits, 1961. How much for this? Already have $20,000 off for it. 20,000, 21,000, 22,000, 22,000, 23,000, 24,000, 25,000. No, 25,000 in my bid. 25,000, 26,000, 26,000 on the telephone. It's 26,000, 27,000, 28,000, 29,000, 30,000, 31,000, 32,000.
This is lot number 45, a cocktail dress from the Misfits, 1961. This is something that she wore in the film, yes, Meredith?
Absolutely, it's a film costume.
Silk and jersey cocktail dress with the jacket, and inscribed with pen, says Marilyn Monroe.
40,000. 41, sir. 41,000. 42,000. 43,000. 44,000. 44,000. 45,000. 46,000. 47,000. 48,000. 49,000. 50,000. 52,000. 64,000. 56,000.
Meredith, it's interesting here. He seems to have honed in on two particular bidders here at the same time. Is that right?
Yes, we like that a lot in the auction world. One hotly competing against another. Tig-tag.
And he's picked up on it.
Absolutely, he's a brilliant auctioneer. But eyes at the back of his head you have to have.
At 60,000. At $60,000. At $60,000, you all done. 62,000. 62,000. 64,000. 64,000 on the right at $64,000 for the last time at $64,000. You all done then at $64,000. All done? There you are. 64,000 on the right number.
All done, he asks.
22,
Indeed, they were. $64,000, all done.
46.
Now, the next item that we're going to be seeing, Meredith, is John Huston's Frankie and Johnny. Now, this is the first edition copy, and it's autographed, yes?
Yeah, it's from John Huston to favourite gal of his, Marilyn Monroe, which is lovely. First edition, author's autograph, and who to? It's a winner, I think.
5,000, 6,000 with me.
Get in the
7,000
gallery.
at the back. 8,000 in the gallery. 9,000 here.
Get in the gallery.
10,000 in the gallery. 11,000 here.
Get in the gallery.
12,000 in the gallery. 13,000 here.
Get in the gallery.
14,000 in the gallery. 15,000 here.
Get in the gallery.
16,000 in the gallery. 17,000 here.
Get in the gallery.
18,000 in the gallery. 19,000 here.
Get in the gallery.
20,000 in the gallery. 21,000 here.
Get in the gallery.
22,000 in the gallery. 23,000 here.
Get in the gallery.
24,000 in the gallery. 25,000 here.
Get in the gallery.
26 in the gallery. 27 here. 27,000 in here at the moment at $27,000. At $27,000, 27,000. At $27,000 in here, 28,000 Nick, 29,000 here. 29,000 in here, it's your bid still, sir, $29,000. At $29,000, you all done for the last time, and here's the bid at $29,000.
It is autographed. Marilyn Dear, all those years ago when you were hardly born, I wrote this for you. The perfect Frankie. Johnny himself, Houston. And that is $29,000. Now, speaking of books, putting together an auction like this is not easily done. And Meredith Smith, you spent 9 months putting together this catalog, and I must say that you did a fantastic job. It is a beautiful book. What memory stands out in your mind is how you approach something like this. There's over 1,000 lots.
With a walking stick, staggering into a vault 2 stories below where we're sitting now, because I'd sprained my ankle, and unpacking endless boxes and bins to reveal someone's life.
Why this picture on the cover? Why this particular picture?
Because I think it's a very positive picture of Marilyn. You know, it's not Marilyn all dolled up as a 50s film star. It's Marilyn, you know, I don't know, it's very modern, and I think the whole approach to the catalogue, she's a modern person. Death doesn't seem to mean anything to her, you know?
Well, that is a very positive, very lively picture of Marilyn Monroe, and you certainly did a fantastic job with this book.
Well, thank you very much for showing it on camera. That's very decent of you.
I mean it. All right, back to the floor, lot number 47, a pair of metal lighters. Let's take a look.
27,000, 28,000, 29,000, 30,000, 32,000, 34,000, 36,000, 38,000, 40,000, 42,000.
Now, the interesting thing about these lighters, these aren't just your everyday lighters. These were a gift from Frank Sinatra. These are a 1960 set of 2 with the velvet case, and they're engraved with Frank Sinatra's lodge. And it sounds like the current bid, $42,000, might be what they finally go for.
811, 811. Lot 48.